Welcome to Thomas Adams School Year 6 Parents Information Evening. My name is Mark Cooper and I'm the head teacher of Thomas Adams School and Sixth Form. This is a role that I'm particularly proud to hold, as Thomas Adams School is a school community that brings together 1,200 young people and 130 staff on a daily basis, all with the same aim of helping everyone within that community achieve their best. Throughout this video, you will receive a whole raft of information from a range of my colleagues about the smooth transition for your son and daughter into their secondary school. The whole aim of this is to provide enough information so that they feel secure and confident as they move towards September and starting at Thomas Adams School. Hopefully you will have already received your Thomas Adams Moving Up 2021 booklet and also the Essential Parents Guide. I would urge you to read both of these documents as they do contain really useful information. I'm particularly proud of Thomas Adams School as a community of young people and adults where everybody feels valued and secure and based upon thoughtfulness and kindness and tolerance and working together to ensure that everyone achieves their best. From my point of view, I am going to come back to you later in the video to talk to you about our school values and how they operate on a daily basis. But now I'm going to pass you on to Mr. Winter, who will talk you through some more information about transition.
Thank you, Mr. Cooper. Hello, everybody. My name is Lee Winter, and I'm Transition Coordinator here at Thomas Adams School. My main role, especially during the summer term, is to make sure that our Year 6 students feel as comfortable and as confident as they possibly can to make that transition from their primary school to the secondary school that they're going to, in our case for Thomas Adams, obviously. It's a big step, possibly the biggest step they've made to date for many of them, and certainly not made any easier due to the current coronavirus situation, obviously, as we're all very much aware. One of the big important tasks that took place before half term was the contact I had with Year 6 teachers, with head teachers and Senkos from all of the primary schools from which we'll be receiving children in September. This is a great opportunity for us to link in with those members of staff, to build up a picture, to learn more about your children, to make sure, again, that transition is as smooth as it possibly can be behind the scenes. And that's really important. Since half term, I've been, again, really fortunate enough to actually go out in person this year, which has been great. We weren't able to last year, to meet every single child in their primary school. And this is one of the highlights for me. It's a superb process, really nice to meet them all, answer their questions, hopefully deal with any anxieties or issues that they may have, and, well, also inform them about the exciting opportunities that they're going to be encountering once they get to Thomas Adams. And it really is a nice opportunity. Yeah, a brilliant part of the year for me, it has to be said. As parents and carers, you should now have received our transition pack, and there are 4 items in that transition pack. The first one gives details of the induction day, which is now going to take place, as you're aware, on Friday the 3rd of September. The second element in that pack refers to our electronic cashless payment system, and there's a reply slip attached to that, and your child will need to bring that with them either on the moving up day or on the first day, which will be Monday the 6th of September. The third thing in there, and possibly the most exciting for your child, are details of which house and form they're going to be in next year. Okay, and once they know that information, then they can also look on the admissions area of the website and have a virtual meeting with their new form tutor. I'll say a little bit more about that later. And finally, the fourth thing that's in the pack is this Essential Guide for Parents. So a little A5 booklet that we hope has got lots of information in there for you. Some really useful now, but also hopefully going forward in the future, useful for reference also. So please keep that safe. As I mentioned before, there's a wide range of information on the school website, the admissions area of the school website. I'll post details at the end of the video of the address in case you've not had a chance to visit there. I'm sure most people have by now. On the admissions area of the website, you'll find all transition letters, so everything that we've written home to parents and carers about. Electronic copies of those letters are on the website. There's details about the school uniform, the catering company that we use at Thomas Adams, always an important one for students. They're always looking forward to that, as well as a Year 6 frequently asked questions document that you might wish to have a look at yourself or with your child. Hopefully, again, really useful. As well as that, there are a range of video recordings on the admissions area from Miss Lester as your child's head of year. All of the Year 7 tutors, each of those tutors have done a welcome video for the children. There are also videos on there from some of our younger children recounting what their transition experience was like. So we'd encourage you to have a little look at those. And because there's no moving up day, I took the decision that I'd do a weekly moving up message for the children, so they're also posted on the admissions area of the website. Hopefully they're proving useful. That was my intention. The final thing to talk about on the website is the summer school. If your child has not yet signed up for the summer school and would like to, full details are on the admissions area of the website. It runs from the 9th to the 13th of August. The theme is chocolate, and it sounds pretty good, to be honest. If your child can't make it, please don't worry, but a nice opportunity to become a little bit more familiar with the school if they're able to make it. Now, a quick note about form groups. Form groups and form group allocation is probably the biggest jigsaw I've ever had to do. Each year always presents its own little problems and nuances. We take the majority of our information from the primary school teachers when we discuss each and every child. We then try to fit that jigsaw together. And the intention is that your child is not necessarily with their best friend, their bestie, whatever they want to call it. It's with a familiar face. And a familiar face on those first few days, those first few weeks, where anxieties may be running high, but a familiar face that they know they can turn to. They will, of course, then get that opportunity to meet lots of new people, make great new friends, lifelong friends, we hope. But again, that familiar face is important to them in those first few days and weeks. I'll leave it there for now. I'll return towards the end of the presentation just to discuss with you the arrangements for the moving up day on the 3rd of September. And I'll now pass to Ms. Lester, who will be your child's head of Year 7 from September. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Winter. My name's Miss Lester and I will be your child's head of year. I've been working with the pastoral team at Thomas Adams for several years. However, I've been working with young people in some capacity or another for about 15 years now. I'm really looking forward to meeting your children and getting to know them and supporting them, and more importantly, championing them at their time with us at Thomas Adams. My day-to-day job is I'm an English teacher. I've worked at Thomas Adams in the English department for the last 3 years, but I was also fortunate enough to be a student of Thomas Adams myself, and I attended the school from years 7 to 13. My role as head of year encompasses a variety of different areas, but first and foremost, I am the key point of contact for yourselves and your children in school. In September on the induction day, I will be issuing your children with a contact card that they can stick in their home learning planner, and on this card will be the key contact details for myself and their form tutor should you need to get in touch with us. As head of year, I am your child's advocate and champion within the school. My job is to monitor them in several areas, both praise and behaviour, general wellbeing, social issues and progress, as well as anything else that crops up in between. I am the nexus really between yourselves as parents and carers, staff and your children as students. I believe it is really important that the lines of communication are really open between school and home so that children can achieve their full potential, both academically but also socially and emotionally. My aim as their head of year is to support them and yourselves as parents and carers so that when they leave us, whether that be in year 13 or year 11, they have every opportunity available to them. I'll be leading a team of 7 form tutors who you'll be able to see on the school website now. And they will be the daily link really for your children in school. These staff will be able to review positive points, any behaviour concerns, as well as your children being able to contact them on a daily basis with any concerns and worries that they have. They'll be helping with the transition by checking equipment, helping students understand the expectations here at Thomas Adams, as well as being the front line for your child, really for anything that they may need. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, I won't be able to meet any of your children as planned in July, which is a real shame. Because I was so looking forward to meeting them and talking to them about their hopes for Thomas Adams. However, we do have the opportunity of summer school for all incoming year 7 students, which I'll be heavily involved in. And this is such a fantastic opportunity for students to come along, to kind of get a feel for Thomas Adams, to see the building, to get to know some of our staff, and really to kind of get a little bit of settling in before September happens. So it will be a great week full of exciting activities, and I really hope to see lots of the children there. If you'd like any further information about this, then the best place to go is the website, or you can give school a ring. Finally, I would just like to reiterate that I'm available to you as parents and carers to reach out and discuss anything that is on your mind regarding the transition to Thomas Adams. I'm happy for you to get in touch with school in advance of September if you would like to and have a chat. Equally, you can still reach out to Mr. Winter and Miss Turner, who have been sort of like manning the transition process as well. Have a wonderful summer. I really look forward to getting to know you all and your children. I'm now going to pass over to Mr. McAleavy.
Hello, my name is Tom McAleavy. I'm the Deputy Head here at Thomas Adams School in charge of quality of education. I'm here to talk through with you how we will support your child with their academic progress at school, as well as developing them as the whole person. It goes without saying what happens in the classroom is where the real change happens. And we have a set of high expectations and standards that we expect our pupils to keep to make sure that they realise their full potential. Things such as listening, being respectful, and making sure they're prepared for lessons are all key attributes that we wish our students to have in which to obviously fulfil their full potential in that classroom environment. We set targets, and those targets are aimed to try and provide motivation to help them, guide them through what they need to do for further progress as well, and keep them on track on each of their subject areas. And we think that that plays a key role in helping them develop their academic performance. We monitor it and make sure that we are actively involved in teachers feeding back to our students, outlining what they need to do for further improvement, and we do that through a variety of different ways, such as tests, home learning tasks, and also assessments that will help provide that insight in what needs to be done to help improve and progress at an individual level. Home learning, as I've mentioned previously, plays a key role in this. And this is a way of setting work outside of school hours in which to help develop key life skills such as deadline making and timekeeping, as well as helping them consolidate the learning that's happened within that classroom. As I've mentioned before, we have high standards, and the attitude to learning is something that we will also report on and monitor very closely to make sure that those key skills in being able to access their work and their attitude towards that learning is as best as it can be. And we will report that back to parents 3 times a year, along with their academic performance, to make sure that you are fully aware of how your child is performing in school. Like I mentioned previously, we also take pride in developing the whole person. And part of that is the extracurricular programme that we offer. It's wide, it's extensive, and it's an opportunity for all to take part. My future days are 5 times in the year where we collapse the lessons and we deliver lessons that cover different topics outside of the normal curriculum, but are essential in helping our young people develop into fully informed adults covering sensitive issues in a supportive environment, which will hopefully provide them with the insights that they need to deal with whatever life throws their way. We'll also support that by a comprehensive careers programme that will help them make informed choices about their next steps and help them with those key transitions through their time here with us at Thomas Adams. I hope you found this useful, and please refer to the key sections in the Parents Guide for the topics that I've covered to gain further information. And at this point, I'd like to hand over to Miss Whitfield.
Okay, thank you, Mr. McAleavy. So I am Jenny Whitfield. I am Deputy Head for Behaviour, Attitudes and Personal Development. And here at Thomas Adams, our core business is education and learning. However, we know that children need to feel safe and secure and supported to access learning. So we have a strong pastoral team with a wealth of skills and experience to hand, and we focus as a team on promoting the key values of respect, resilience and success. We have form tutors who will be your first point of contact when contacting the school. They will refer into heads of year. We also have pastoral support workers. We have a school counsellor. We have a school chaplain. We have a family liaison officer, an attendance officer. We have the special needs coordinator on the team, and we also have an education welfare officer. So we encourage our pupils to drop in at lunchtime or break time to speak to any of these people, and that is to avoid missing any lessons, or they can also contact a member of the team using Microsoft Teams to have a private conversation with a member of staff when they are seeking support for themselves or others. I've already mentioned our SEN coordinator, that is Miss Turner. She has worked really hard in the background. She's been working really closely with primary schools and Mr. Winter to make sure that we are aware of the needs of our new Year 7 pupils. And please rest assured that we already have plans and provisions. They are being put into place as we speak, ready for September. So if you'd like to discuss your child's needs any further, please feel free to contact the school to arrange a meeting or a conversation at any time. I would also encourage everybody really to contact us and keep us informed if there is something that we need to know in order to support your child effectively. So for example, if something's happened at home, within the family or outside with friends, if you let us know these things, then we can support your child in ensuring that moving forward in school we are aware of it and we can put secure and safe and supportive measures in place for them. The numbers and names of people to contact are in the booklet, which I'm sure people keep referring to. There are pictures of people in the pastoral team, so have a look in there if you need to contact anyone. And I would just reiterate that communication is key, okay? The pastoral team work with children to help build their resilience to cope with situations that the world will throw at them. So please keep in contact so that we can help you with this. We have a core staff as well who are designated safeguarding lead trained, and Miss Turner is our main DSL, designated safeguarding lead. So if you have any safeguarding concerns for your own child or somebody else's child, you must contact us to pass the information on, and we will offer you support and guidance with that. And our main aim as a pastoral team is to teach pupils life skills about caring for each other and about looking after each other and how to be kind. We want our children to feel like valued members of our community, and most importantly, we want to build their resilience so that they can successfully move on to the next stage in their life. Moving on from the pastoral care, I just want to take a moment to talk about our expectations and standards. So first of all, attendance. Attendance is really key to your child's progress, academic progress and learning. So our target, national averages are about 95%. That is the national target for attendance. And you may feel that, 90% attendance is pretty good. It does sound pretty good, but when you put it into context, that equates to about half a day off every single week for a year, and over the 5 years, from years 7 to 11, that would amount to half an entire school year off school, which when we put it like that is quite significant. So we would ask that you encourage your child, building their resilience to get them into school as often as possible. You need to report illnesses to our attendance team, and if at all possible, you need to book all of medical, dental appointments, etc. outside of school hours. We also will be insistent on equipment, so it will be really important that your child brings the right equipment to school, and as part of that equipment we will be providing them with planners so that they can organise their homework and their diaries from September. Punctuality is also very important, and that is not only important at the beginning of the day but also to lessons, so you will need to reiterate this with your child that they need to be on time for their lessons. And punctuality, so late, actually also contribute to their attendance marks. Uniform is also really important. We have a really strong pride in our community, and part of our community is the uniform that we have. So can you please check before you buy any items of uniform this summer ready for September, so that you don't buy the wrong items, because that can be quite expensive, and also it will help avoid any difficult conversations in September. Key things to remember are trainers are not allowed, and trousers for boys need to be grey and not black. Non-negotiables. So we do focus a lot on manners and making sure that our pupils are polite and respectful, and part of this is our non-negotiables. So we expect them to arrive on time for school and lessons with the correct equipment. We expect them to follow instructions first time without argument. We expect them to try their absolute hardest so that they can have the successes that they deserve. They also need to be respectful and tolerant and polite, and they also need to do their home learning and do it really well. Then I just want to move on to the homeschool agreement. So we will be sending out a homeschool agreement for you to complete. Have a look through it. It has those non-negotiables on there. And that, going back to my sort of part on pastoral care, is all about communication really. And the homeschool agreement completes that triangle of school and pupil and home. Two more things. Just want to mention transport. If you've got any issues with transport or you want to make any queries about transport, you can contact Mr. Peter Neal at school. And finally, the house system and praise and rewards. I'm sure Ms. Turner has spoke quite a bit about the house system, but I just wanted to mention it because that, in terms of expectations and standards and pastoral care, is really key that your child buys into their community and buys into the house system that we have on offer here at Thomas Adams. So thank you very much. I look forward to meeting all of our New Year 7s at summer school and in September, and I'm going to hand you back now to Mr. Cooper. Thank you.
Hopefully by now you will have received a whole range of information from my colleagues about the smooth transition to Thomas Adams School in September. Hopefully for yourselves and your sons and daughters this will be very reassuring. I did say in my introduction I was going to come back to you and talk to you about the school values at Thomas Adams. The first one of these is respect. Respect is quite simply how we conduct ourselves on a daily basis, ensuring that we provide an element of tolerance and kindness and thoughtfulness towards everyone else in our community. Quite simply, treating others as you'd like to be treated yourself. Just be kind. The second value at school is resilience. Resilience is about rising to the challenge, never giving up. No doubt, young people will face challenges and adversity in their education, but equally in later life. And I do believe that the resilience, the never giving up, is the thing that will drive them forward towards being successful in their education and in later life. That brings me towards our third value, which is success. Success is most definitely not a destination, it is a journey. Small steps towards their young people achieving their full potential. And absolutely, it is our job as a school to celebrate those, whether on the sports field, whether on the stage, whether securing a higher test score than the previous week, or quite simply being a good citizen in our school community and being kind and thoughtful to others. We as a school should celebrate those successes and encourage a repeat from the young people in our community. I do hope that you've received lots of useful information in this video, and I would say I look forward to working together with you as parents, with the young people and us as a school to ensure that we support each other as a triangle of elements to ensure the success of the young people throughout their next 7 years at Thomas Adams, moving forward to our sixth form and then whatever their pathway is after that, whether it is university, degree apprenticeships or employment, that we have been on that journey together and supported each other as part of our Thomas Adams school community. I do hope you've received lots of interesting information. I'm now going to pass on to Mr. Winter, who will finish his presentation, but look forward to seeing you in September. Have a great summer. Goodbye.
Thank you, Mr. Cooper. Hello again, everybody. I just wanted to finish by talking through arrangements for the Moving Up Day, which will now take place, as you're aware, on Friday the 3rd of September. We were very disappointed that we couldn't hold the Moving Up Day as originally planned in July. It would have been perfect just before the summer holidays. However, the decision from Shropshire Council, based on advice by Public Health England, meant that it simply wasn't possible and safety must come first. The letter included in your pack gives full details of the day, the new arrangements. I'd be grateful if you could take a moment to read those. We will be at the front of the school on the morning of Friday the 3rd to greet your child, welcome them to Thomas Adams and take them inside, and the day will begin. In the letter it talks about what students need to wear. That'll be their new Thomas Adams school uniform, what they need to bring with them, lots of information about drop-off and collection arrangements. Please read them, there's some important information in there and it promises to be an absolutely fantastic day, a nice opportunity finally for our Year 6 students, who will now be Year 7 students in September, to join us and become familiar with the school, as I say. If there are any issues in the meantime, please don't hesitate to be in touch. Use the normal school number 01939 237 000, or as printed on all of the letters that we've sent home, our inquiries at thomasadams.net email address, and we'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can. We really want to make the point that we're here to support students and parents and carers throughout the summer and to make that transition, as I said earlier, as smooth as it possibly can be. I'd like to thank the staff that have been involved with this presentation, not our normal format. We'd love to see you in person, but that time will come. I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank you for listening. Hopefully it's been useful. As I say, a shame we can't see you in person, but we will in the not too distant future. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing your child on Friday the 3rd of September. Cheers now.